Attention, this is a message to all new players and current players who just haven't got around to farming bounty hunters yet. This video, in essence, is going to be my opinion on why I think every single player in this game should be farming bounty hunters. Bounty hunters, I do say just in my opinion, are one of the most important factions to farm in the entire game. They feed in everything from territory wars, territory battles. They're probably the best ship team you can get in the game at the moment. And PvP, well, not in the top 100, but below or above the top 100, they can defeat any team. If you use a Django lead, which I know is a bit hard to farm, but we'll get into that later, a Django lead can easily defeat Treya on offense and semi-hold its own on defense, as long as they don't have, or as long as they have Sith Trooper in there. For Grand Arena, they're one of the best 3v3 defensive teams to use a boss on defense. And offense, Django is one of the best teams. They can pretty much defeat any single trio, and even in 5v5 Grand Arena, they excel a lot because their defensive team is super strong. I've had clips where I've held up 7 times in my first Grand Arena with a boss data lead. They're good in pretty much every form of 5v5 and 3v3. They also do great in raids. You can use the worst thing to do the most damage in phase 3, aside from CPO's rule. It's been nerfed now, but it was a bit of a cheat you can do. And yeah, it's a very strong team to have. Plus, every single person needs to farm it if they want Chewie. Now, I do think Chewie's going to be needed for somewhere in the future, maybe a Jedi Luke or something. Have all legendary characters to get Luke, because Capital Games has come out and said that Luke will be a huge event, and they want to space it out. They want us to farm it up over years to make this event so meaningful. And I do think Chewbacca will be involved in that. So to begin this, we're going to break down the 2 leaders you'll be needing. The first, and in my opinion, the best leader for the Bounty Hunter faction is Bossk. Bossk is the only taunting tank in the game. He has an amazing Zeta. I'd recommend both Zetas, but definitely Zeta is leadership. He can call all the bounty hunters into assist, and he makes the Chewbacca event somewhat bearable to complete, since that is the hardest event in the game to do. So Bossk is great in territory wars, great defensive team. They still get the bonuses. I don't know if that's going to carry on into the new year, but regardless, he's still a very good defensive team. In Grand Arena, also great on defense, 3v3 or 5v5. Both of them he excels extremely well in. And if you do use him on offense, there's a good chance you'll be getting that full protection, full health bonus points. Obviously, he can easily clear all phases of territory battles on auto. He's just tanky as it gets. He can tank all the damage, he can keep everyone alive, and it's just great. He also has the best ship in the game. Houndstooth is just the most annoying tank in ships. It's a pain to fight. It's not fun, and yeah, it's really strong. It has breach, it has great synergy with the other ships. Great. He is absolutely needed if you're investing at all into the bounty hunters. You must get Bossk. Now the second leader would be Django. Django's also a great leader, but if you do want to push him over that edge to beat Treya teams, you will need the Zeta on his leadership. I don't really recommend his unique, unless maybe you're going for against Night Sisters a lot in your arena. But as long as you're not in the top 100, I think Django's Zeta lead is more than enough. He's also a great 3v3 offensive team. All bounty hunters have a leadership ability, so it makes it a really strong faction for 3v3 since there's so much interchangeable options you can do. So I usually put Bossk on defense, Django on offense with my other 4 best bounty hunters. He is very hard to farm since it's, again, on a 20 energy node, but by farming Django, you also get the Houndstooth, which is the best ship in the game, which makes Django and Houndstooth, the node you get it on, one of the better ones you'll be able to farm. The next must-have character for the Bounty Hunter faction would be Boba Fett. Boba Fett, most people should have him, just if they've been playing the game for a little bit now. But Boba Fett does absolutely crazy damage. He's an all-around good leader. He doesn't just affect the bounty hunters, but he can be a general leader, giving everyone a critical damage, something, or critical chance, one of those two. And he's very easy to farm. He's in the Cantina shop, so he should be one of the first characters to farm out of there. He has a Dispel, he has AoE, he has Ability Block, and an Execute. He has Bounty Hunter's Resolve, which means he can go around taunt and revive a few times if you keep killing enemies. And then I throw him sometimes alone in 3v3 and just have some fun with that. Next character that you really want to focus on farming, again, quite hard to farm, but Embo. Embo is one of the highest damaging leaders for phase 1 of the Sith raid. He's great on the offense in 3v3 and 5v5 territory battles. And Arena, if you do want to start taking up your bounty hunters into Arena and maybe fight some Traya teams, some CLS teams, you'll definitely need Embo. Unfortunately, I don't have him, which is why I don't have him geared up or have him 4 stars or something, which is why I don't see much Embo in any of these clips right here. But he's definitely a high priority for me and should be for you. And Greedo is another very easy character to farm, so I do recommend him. He does great in phase 3 of the Sith raid. He's a lot of fun. Like, I've been able to hit it. So Greedo, his basic ability, you can attack again. You have a 50% chance to attack again if you get a crit. So it's easy to mod. Just stack as much crit chance as you can. And my record, I've hit 13 times in a row with Greedo. And it is just, it's a great feeling. It's a lot of fun to do. He also has a decent turn meter control, where he steals the return meter in a way. And I wouldn't recommend the Zeta, but it is there if you'd like it. IG-88 is also another good character to get because he's easy to farm. He has really good ship. Unfortunately, I didn't Zeta him. I do not recommend it. It's not that good, unless you're going full into droids. But he is a good character to have for the Chewbacca event since he's so easy to farm. He's also in the same spot as Greedo in the Squad Arena shop. And he's a very high DPS character, but sadly he is by far the squishiest character on this list. Next character I would highly recommend everyone to farm is Dengar. Dengar is a great support. He really brings in the team. He's great under a boss leader because he has so much AoE with his second special that regenerates a lot of health and a lot of protection, puts a lot of thermal detonators, removes turn meters. He's a great character. He's great for the Chewbacca event. I don't actually know if you can do the Chewbacca event without him, since he is such a good support for the faction, and he calls him a lot of assists. He can assist off people's special abilities. Every basic attack he does, he has a 60% chance to call a scoundrel or a bounty hunter in. So you can, if needed, you can use him outside of the bounty hunter faction, but he definitely excels inside the faction. Now we're going to throw some honorable mentions out here for Cad Bane. Really easy to farm if you are trying to rush to get Chewbacca, maybe now or at the next time he comes up. He's a great character. He's a Dispel, some thermal detonator synergy, and he's in the classic war store, so you most likely already have him. Zam is also good. She pops up in 2 different locations. If you want to have a fun team, she's a great leader for thermal detonator squad. Not the most effective thing, but it is a lot of fun, and I highly recommend everyone trying it out at some point. Last but not least is Aurra Sing. Aurra Sing is the best leader, in my opinion, for phase 3 of the Sith raid. Let's not count Finn and C-3PO's little loop they did, because that got fixed. But Aurra Sing, I've seen her hit for 1,000,000 damage. Unfortunately, she is on the later side of the Cantina, so it's a 16 energy node. I haven't got around farming her because I'm still trying to get my Ewoks for the next time C-3PO comes around. But yes, if you're looking for a high damage team in phase 3, Aurra Sing is a great option. Now I just want to take a minute to talk about Chewbacca. If you not the biggest fan of bounty hunters, you, but you do want Chewbacca, you have to farm bounty hunters, right? And Chewbacca is just such a great character. He works amazing with Han. He's one of the most likely the best 3v3 team besides Bob's leader. Offensive team, I can say that. He's the best 3v3 offensive team with CLS, Han, and Chewbacca, since they all will have guard, they have counterattack, they all assist from each other. That you have so much Terminator control. It's a great team. And maybe if you're feeling like you want to have some fun, put them with Grandmaster Yoda. Grandmaster Yoda and Chewbacca have great synergy since Grandmaster Yoda attacks so frequently. Chewbacca, if you give Grandmaster guard, he'll be assisting over and over and over again. It is a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. So let's just recap. The 5 bounty hunters you should be getting for the Chewbacca event. I would recommend Bossk, Boba, Dengar, Greedo, IG-88. All of them are very easy to farm except Bossk, but you need Bossk. You can switch out IG-88 for Jango, and you can switch Greedo out for Embo as you unlock them. But I definitely think everyone should be prioritizing the initial 5 characters first. So hopefully I was able to supply you with enough information, maybe some new reasons that encourage you to go farm bounty hunters. Please leave me some feedback in the comments. And anything you guys would like to see in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys later.